What's going on, guys? Back from our commercial break, brought to you by Vizio TVs. Go ahead and buy them with our promo code that we do not have.
Yeah, just work 10, baby.
Just work 10. Lies. We left off saying we're going to talk about our lifting background. Just kind of did all about us, I would say, like where we came from, who we are. Pretty personal.
Yeah, pretty personal.
Thanks for listening to all that personal stuff. Wow, so much fun.
Yeah.
Now we'll kind of get into our lifting backgrounds, which is kind of our directed, targeted, basically area of which we do. So I guess to start it off, we should go with like when we started lifting. So you can go first.
You want me to go first?
I want you to go first. Oh, look, I'll risk us to go first.
You know, that's how you know Charles is growing as an individual.
Yeah, because if this was me a couple years ago, man, I've been like, I'm gonna go first, and who fucking cares what you gotta say?
Titled bitch. Anyway. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, when I first started lifting, I was 12 years old, 11 years old, 11, 12. I got my first girlfriend.
Wow. What, you had to impress her with some push-ups, right?
Oh, no, dude. I remember I was so happy I got my first girlfriend, right? I was like, oh my God, a girl likes me. Yeah. Stole my dad's weights or like dumbbells or whatever.
Stole them?
I stole them.
Oh my God.
I didn't ask
Stole.
Anyway,
Dad, I'm gonna get big. Screw you.
Off these 5-pound dumbbells real quick. so I go in my room. I go upstairs in my room, and then I'm like doing all these like bicep curls, like tricep overheads, like some P90X shit, like shoulder press. I was doing like 50 push-ups. Oh, dude, I probably cranked out like, I shit you not, like 500 reps each exercise, because I was just so motivated to like just like, you know, I got a girlfriend now. I want to look swole. I want to look good. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, you're fucking stupid looking back at it. But that was the first time I ever like started lifting though, right? But fast forward 2 years, obviously we broke up. Big surprise.
Wow, I can't believe they broke up.
I know. It was, you know what? It was just. That was
I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be. You know, she didn't appreciate the biceps.
Yeah, she didn't appreciate them biceps and abs, dude. What the hell?
Anyways, fast forward a couple years though. I was going into high school, and the high school I went to, Jesuit High School, Sacramento. Shouts out, J-High. JESUIT. Anyways, cool. We're very competitive high school when it comes to sports. You know, all guys, like private high school. We pride ourselves like in sports, academics, all that shit. Basically, what I'm trying to say though is like the standard was really high to get in. And for me, being an athlete, I was always an athlete all my life. You know, growing up since the age of 3 or 4, I was playing basketball or whatever. And
apparently, your standard was pretty low because we beat your asses all the time.
You know what? All right, you know what? We don't need this right now on the podcast. All right, we're gonna take this outside the podcast, you bitch. But so my dad was like, my stepdad was like, you know, like, hey, like, you know, since you're gonna be going to Jesuit or whatever, like, you know, we need to step up your game a little bit.
Yeah, you're tiny. What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, anyways, I'm getting to that point. All right, goddammit. Anyways, so we're going to the weight room and stuff like that, and I finally started like, you know, hitting the weights. I actually hit the cardio machines first, and then I eventually moved on to the weights. Yeah, I know. I just remember going into that room feeling so fucking intimidated because like, you see all these dudes like who are just like grunting and like, you know, like lifting and like, like, you know, and I'm like,
I wasn't intimidated. That's weird, bro. I was like fucking motivated when I got in. And I saw those big ass dudes. Bro. I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna be that guy,
bro. Dude, okay, see, so I think I was like 5'2", 5'3". I was really tiny. I was like 120 something pounds, dude. I was stocky, but I was like a small kid though, you know. And just I remember going in the weight room, I was just really overwhelmed. But then like, I started seeing the results, you know, started going consistently. Even if it was just the machines, though, you started seeing the results. Actually, you know, I started going through that rabbit hole on YouTube. Shouts out to fucking, I don't know if you know Scooby.
Scooby who?
It's the fucking, the YouTube guy. Old dude, he's like Scooby 1964, like old looking dude.
I didn't watch that guy.
Dude,
I had no idea.
That dude was like OG as fuck. Anyways, him, Matt Ogus, I was like watching all these guys like learn about like bodybuilding and fitness. I spent hours and hours.
You're like 2-3 years ahead of me.
Oh, that's true.
That's why we have two different demographics of who we watched. Okay, that's funny.
That's why. But anyways, yeah, dude. And then from there, I just fell in love with the process, dude. Like, because like I started seeing the results that I wanted. I noticed that the more work I put in, I mean,
more you get out of it, right?
You get out of it, you know what I mean? Obviously, we talked about rest and recovery, but anyways, but yeah, like the more work I put in, the more time I spent in the gym, the more results I got to see. I got bigger, I got faster, I got stronger, like everything you can possibly imagine. It was a good deal. Yep. And, you know, like I said, I kind of had to go through, like, depression, anxiety, so I used that as an outlet, and, bro, like, that shit was great, man. You pissed off? Go bench something. Go squat something, you know?
That's how that works.
So, yeah, that's, like, kind of pretty much, like, the first time I stepped into the gym. But what about you?
Well, you started, like, early. So if we want to start earlier, so I I used to, so I wrestled when I was a kid, and then I ran cross country, like 7th grade year. And I don't know what I did 6th grade. I don't know what I did 6th grade, but 7th grade I ran cross country, and like I could start to tell like I was just like filling out like naturally, like
getting thick.
I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be like a lot taller, but you know my brothers are like 6'3", 6'2".
Wow, you really got the short
Yeah,
end
I'm
of the
fucking
stick.
little, dude. I don't know what happened.
Get taller, bitch.
Yeah, fuck. I'm really hoping like 21. They said I hope I just shoot up this year. 3 more inches, bro, and then I'm really gonna talk shit. It's over for everybody, man.
Oh, man.
But my 7th grade year, I think we started cross country, and so I was running, so I was getting like leg muscles and stuff, and I was like, whoa, those are cool. And then, but I never had like abs yet. So I remember doing like a full like 2 weeks, so like going in my room and doing like literally like 400 sit-ups, and I didn't have abs yet, but by the time I was done, I could see some abs, and I was like, fuck yes, dude, you're doing it. You can do it. I did that for like 2 weeks straight until they finally like actually like showed up and like stayed there in the morning, because I was definitely like skinny, like skinny fat kind of, until they showed up. And then I had abs. So that's kind of where like the start of like no pain, no gain started. Because I remember doing like 200 fucking the worst sit-ups in the world for like what ab?
2-inch ROM.
Yeah, just fucking
Uneven.
let's go. I want abs. That's how that went. And then I think my parents had gotten me like a weight set to like lift with, but I was like pretty strong already. So it really didn't do anything. I think it was like 80 pounds or like 100. It was like 110 pounds. Like one of those fucking shitty ones, those TRUX or whatever you want to call it, like benches, and and the barbell was like fucking 15 pounds, and that's what you were supposed to bench with. Yeah, fucking things have changed, huh? But like I only used it a couple times. Mainly used it for bicep curls, you know, because Arnold said you need biceps, and so
Big
definitely,
chest, big bicep,
yeah,
baby.
exactly. That's exactly what we did. But I never really used it. Like I just could do like 100 reps, and I was like, I'm fucking angry with this. So it still wasn't like a thing, but I was still running. Like I was doing cross country track and wrestling my 8th grade and then freshman year. But then end of my freshman year, I was like, fuck, these guys are way stronger than me. Like, I just got tossed around, man. Because, like, 8th grade, I was hella strong. And I was the one being able to, like, move people around. And then I showed up 9th grade year, and I just got fucking thrown everywhere. Like, I was everyone's bitch. It was horrible.
Wake-up call.
I learned that when another man can take your wrist and just, you can't get your hands back where you want them, that's kind of an issue, and you might need to address that.
Yeah.
So then I went... Then a buddy of mine that was 2 years older than me, I think it was 2 years, he was either 2 years or I think it was 1 year older than me, started lifting at his stepdad's garage where he lived, and that's where there was like a shitty bench. I remember the bench, the like piece you rest your back on was broken off, and you had to slide it in. It wasn't connected at all. It was just sitting on like a post and then like connected. So when we benched, we'd have someone put their knee on the back of the pad so it wouldn't slip out while you were benching.
That's not dangerous
Oh,
at all.
fucking hilarious, dude. We didn't give a shit. But to say the least, like, when people are like, oh, I had to start at the bar and I had to start at the... fuck that. I started, like, 135 for, like, I don't know, 10 to 12 on bench. I could bench, like, 185, like, really easy. It wasn't a problem. Like, I was strong, but I wasn't, like, what I wanted to be. And then so... Then I knew I was going to start playing football for sophomore year, so the goal was to bench 225. So we did that, and we went straight after school every day. And then, like, what turned into one day turned into fucking, like, 3 days a week, then 4 days a week, and then we brought in some protein shakers.
Yes,
and we were,
GNC.
yeah, it was fucking just outside shaking them before we fucking lift and shit. We thought we were the shit.
Oh, my God.
But everything, and then we finally, like, end of the summer, like 3 months, I think I said earlier, like, we got to 225, and we were like, fuck yeah, dude, it was like a Sparta press, it was looking horrible. We were like, yeah, and then I was like, nah, this is my thing, fuck this. And then so, I was probably only still like 170, but I was definitely like bigger, like, I was like, I had a chest, I always had lats naturally, like, I'm pretty gifted with the lat thing. shoulders. I started to get shoulders, triceps, arms, whatever you want to call it. I didn't have big legs.
Okay.
I didn't have big legs at all.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, I didn't have big legs at all. Like, I was definitely, when I wrestled my sophomore year, you could tell, like, I was fucking, like, long and lengthy, but, like, buff up top, and, like, my legs were, like, really small.
Little tiny.
They weren't like toothpicks, but you could tell I benched and, like, didn't care about the squat deal.
I feel like every guy has to go through.
Yeah, I feel like that's happened to everyone.
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah, the bench is cooler, you know.
Bench is cooler.
I'm sorry.
The mirror muscles, man.
Exactly, bro. The mirror muscles.
Damn. So you're telling me since day one you've always been a bench? That's why you have a 405 bench, right? Or more 430 or what do you have now?
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We're gonna test it here in a couple weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's when people are like, oh, I started at the bar. Like, nah, fuck that. I don't know. But I was strong already. Like, I was already, like, filling out before everyone else. Like, I wasn't little ever. I remember always, like, being stronger. It's just when I stepped in my freshman year, I had to wrestle, like, seniors and juniors, and you just get manhandled, so that was depressing. But then started benching. My sophomore year, we like, benched, like, I don't know, I think we got to, like, 295, and I was still only, like, 160. Something like that, like end of sophomore year, and then I finally got a gym membership at CalFit. And then we found, expensive.
So expensive.
Yeah, and then I got my truck, and then so every day after, this was fucking funny. If you want to talk about wanting shit, every day after I worked at Wendy's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and so I knew I couldn't work out on Friday night or Thursday night because I had a tournament on Saturday, and I don't want to fuck my life up. So I worked out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And so my day on Monday and Wednesday was wake up at fucking 6, go to school, go to practice, or do my homework right before practice and in classes, and, like, then go to practice, then go to work from, like, 6 to 10, and then get off at 10, drive from Wendy's on Bond Road to CalFit on Bond Road. It was like 3 minutes away, get in like an hour and 30-minute workout, leave it by 11:30, go back home to sleep. That was Monday and Wednesdays.
I bet you slept like a fucking baby.
Knocked out, bro. It was over. Hit the bed. KO.
Oh my god.
That was during, like, my junior year, and then my senior year, I knew I didn't want to do that because it was taken away from wrestling, because after a while you accumulate all that fucking
fatigue,
that's a lot of fatigue to be hitting. So then I finally, like, I only worked I just chose to work Sundays and then Mondays for Wendy's, and that's what I was working in high school for my senior year doing wrestling, so like 3 months. And then I was able to go to the gym every day consistently. But that summer is when I finally, like, went to the gym to get big, and then finally I started doing squats and shit like that. And as soon as I did squats, like, within a month of me doing, like, squats, my legs, like, tripled in size.
Shit.
Like, I had naturally been able to get legs, like, easy. It wasn't hard at all.
So at that moment, Charles was like, I'm a powerlifter now.
Yeah, I think this is for me. But then my senior year, I think I benched, like, I don't know, 330, 340. Something like that. Or, yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I was better than the other. Yeah, I was definitely stronger than the other kids at bench. Not squats. I remember doing football my junior year or sophomore year and doing, like, 315 on the shitty box squats for, like, 15 or some shit. So then the calculator, like, did the thing, and I was like 465, and I was like, I can't squat 465, but they put it on the board, so fuck it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I was like, I'll fucking take it then. That's fine. I don't care. But then I kind of, like, knew. I was like, you know, this is for me. And then senior year, I took a weightlifting class or whatnot. Fucking way late, right? And they, like, were teaching people to do shit, and then Hoskins basically just told me to tell people what to do, and just went and sat in his office.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and that's how that went.
Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, and then at the end of the class, you had to do, like, to pass the class, you had to do, like, 5 reps on bench of, like, if you were a girl, you had to do, like, the bar, 65 pounds, or, like, whatever you chose. And the last one for boys was, like, 185, and I was like, fuck that, put 2 plates on. So I did it for, like, 7 or 8.
Jesus.
And I was like, yeah, I know I'm better than everyone. Fuck them.
I feel like your ego.
My ego was fucking, like, huge, bro.
Just like this, just big dick, just fucking swinging. Just
oh, yeah, what up? I'm ready to lift again today. Yeah. But I feel like I took a lot of like the fatigue resistance from wrestling and then training, like into training when I started like just training, because I mean it's hard to fucking wrestle and then lift.
Oh no!
Like your muscle exhaustion is way different than muscle fatigue.
Right.
Like when you feel like you can't even move no more. Oh, yeah. That's wrestling. Like you grip onto someone for so long that you like your arms are just gone.
You're done.
It's over. So I combined those for a long time. So once I got out of high school and started lifting like recreationally, like I got big pretty quick because I slimmed out because I went up to 250 like I said. Mm-hmm. But then I slimmed out once I came down and I got bigger pretty quick and like filled out very good because I had good fatigue resistance. Like I didn't have a problem.
Right.
And then I kind of introduced myself into powerlifting, I think. You talked about your guys. Like when I started like watching YouTube is like right when CT came out. Omar came out.
Yusuf, yeah.
Max Tuning was out. That's like when he first started. So
was he always a powerlifter?
Well, no, he was just a skinny kid, like deadlifted like 515, and I was like, fuck, man, that guy's like fucking 140. What is the problem with me? I was like, I'll fucking suck now. And then Bradley was out. But Bradley had been there for a little bit. But I was watching like Bradley Martin videos. I was watching Omar Yusuf videos. And these were like the old school Omar Yusuf videos.
Oh,
just
they're
like,
great.
Fucking fantastic, dude. Man, Omar was fucking hilarious. And then like CT, fucking like the Hulk smash video, like that iconic one they got on like Made, where like the Kevin Washington sitting on the bench and he's like, Hulk smash. And he's like benching 405 waiting for him to call the press.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I was watching and shit. So that kind of like introduced me into like the bar and fucking getting... I always like bench because I was good at it. Because I spent my sophomore, like I spent the longest time on bench.
Right.
To get good at it. So that's why it's like still been always like what I want to get good at. Because it's just consistency of time. Like so when people are like, oh, you're just really strong. I was like, no, I've been, like, my state record has fucking 6 years behind it, like, of benching and problems and fatigue and, like,
a lot
issues.
Of other shit,
like, that's
man.
a lot. Like, I put so much time into, like, that lift. Like, if you were to calculate my time under a barbell, like, I could quadruple my squat time in the bench.
And also too, all that time from wrestling, too. Because, like, bro, the amount of work that we do for wrestling, like, rolling around the mats, the strength training, the lack of food, like all that shit builds so much shit. Like it is I don't think people, unless you're in wrestling or you've done it like in high school or college or whatever, like on up, like I don't think they realize how hard it was.
It's fucking tough, bro.
Yeah, like because I would look at like what football would do. Now I'm gonna talk shit here. I'm like, bro.
Oh no, football is fucking easy. When I showed up football, it came after wrestling. I was like, nah, fuck you guys. We're gonna run these sprints all day, bitch. So I was like, this ain't a problem. Look, you're all fat as fuck. Shut up,
dude. Like any type of boxing or like MMA or like wrestling, bro. That's some like intense ass fucking shit, bro.
Yeah, there's a group of buddies of mine basically use football as our break from wrestling.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I was like, fucking, it's just easier.
It's a lot easier.
You don't have to do shit. Football's not hard. Football's raw talent.
But yeah, I feel like they don't see that work though underneath.
No.
Like, you talked about it before too. You know, like with powerlifting, it's like they don't. A lot of them don't see the work before all that shit. You know what I mean? And they just see the
people
point
love
A to
football.
point B.
Yeah, they see points and fucking people running. And, they guys are cool. They must work really hard. Fuck off. No, they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Football has so much fucking rest. Every single play, you walk back. What other sport do you just like timeout every single play? Every single time you do something, timeout.
Right.
Really? The fuck? That's like every 10 seconds of time. I gotta take down time. Hold on. Yeah. Give me 13 seconds. Like if I have 13 seconds for everything, fuck, I'm gonna win everything. Football. I like football, guys. It's a good sport. Football. Yeah, it's a cool sport. I'm just talking shit. We just
talk shit here at Just Work.
Yeah, it's Just Work. We just talk shit.
But yeah, no, seriously though, like 6 years underneath the bar, man, it doesn't.
Yeah, so that's like when I was like, fuck, and they were like, wow, you just a really good bencher, and I was like, what the fuck off, bro? I've spent way more time than all of you under this damn thing. Like I know how this thing works. This is where I started. Like this was fucking day one here.
Day one, yeah.
So that's kind of like where I came from in lifting, and then after I came back from Ireland, I started to take like squats, deadlifts more seriously, and then to say that shit was difficult is fucking an understatement. Yeah. I probably deadlifted 500s in a month, and my program was basically let's max out every fucking time we train. So 4 weeks of maxing out, and I got to 500.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a strong back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I broke it. Back. So who fucking cares? That's dumb. Don't do that. Yeah. Knowledge yourself, guys, before you start. I feel like it's easier now because there's so much more around. But back when I fucking started, they were just like, nah, get on that fucking bar and lift it. Yeah, okay? No program. Fuck that.
The amount of information that is out now compared to what we had to go through.
Dan Green wasn't startup, guys. We weren't just
You had to get a coach. To get the information that you see right now, that you can consume
you
right
had
now,
to get a coach.
You had to get a coach. And at that time, or at least to me, the idea of getting a powerlifting coach was just absurd. You know, I mean,
this was only like 3 years ago. Within 3 years, there's so much like growth.
And it's crazy that it's only 3 years ago. Yeah, it's crazy because I remember when I first started powerlifting. I told you, I think I said this before. It was because I got a job at a restaurant and I couldn't carry a bucket, or I could carry a bucket of ice, but I was like, my boss was like, he used to do jiu-jitsu. He just used to do all this shit. He's like, hey bro, like what's the point of benching 225 and looking good with 6-pack abs if you can't even like carry a bucket of ice? And I was like, you son of a bitch, you're right.
Pretty solid, okay? Yeah, fuck, man. Yeah. Why you gotta do me like this?
So, I got into, 5x5 strong lifts, did that, 5-3-1, eventually branched out to Johnny Candido.
Oh, and you found these fucking programs.
Yeah.
I programmed myself for like the longest time, and I guarantee you my first program, if anyone would do it right now, they will burn the fuck out in 2 months.
Bro.
My first program is ridiculous.
Max out.
It was like... No, I wasn't maxed out, but the amount of volume I requested of myself was just...
It's that wrestler.
Yeah, like, let's do 85% for like 12 sets of 3. And then let's do 70% for like 8 sets of 6. And then let's do 50% for like 5 sets of 15. Jeez. Fuck it. That was the first thing I did. And that was... we're not going to rest. We're going to train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, we'll rest when we
I love the gym. I don't care. That's how it was.
Dude, that's so funny.
That's my first realm of programming.
No, one thing, though, I do like about, us having to do that, though, we did get to explore a lot. I don't know about you, but for me, though...
Oh, I got to explore so much
shit, bro.
Failed.
Yeah, and
we gotta fail hard.
Explorers
fail.
No, because bro, like I went from like bodybuilding to we did like, and then the intricate part, like different types of style training. Like, obviously, you have the 3x12, the basic 3x12, 3x15, 3x20s, 4x20s, or even like fucking GVT. 10x10s. I don't know if you've ever tried those.
Oh no, I do that all the time. There's me and like these guys, these twins. I used to fucking do. We did a 10x10 on bicep curls and tricep extensions with the easy curl bar that's put onto the cables, and we did random selection, so the other person get to pick the weight, and so every time we did 10, we get to set it back up. Someone would pick one hella quick and go again.
Go another 10. Dude, I remember I was
That's
so
how
sore.
you grow. End of story.
End of story, man. Dude, I was sore for 2 weeks.
Oh, you get fucked.
You know when you're so sore when your arm's like permanently bent and you're like walking around like
a
fucking...
I'm cool. I look like an idiot.
Yeah, I look like a gorilla or something, bro.
Yeah,
it was just
that was the fucking shit, dude.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy how much growth has happened.
Yeah, the access to information right now, like, it's everywhere. Like, because originally it was like on YouTube, but you'd have to search for it and like look for what it was. But if you didn't know what you were looking for, you're not going to really find it.
Nope.
And it didn't have much views.
Nope.
Nowadays, like, it's like mainstream platform, so you see it everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, if you pull up like fitness in your Explorer page on Instagram, you're gonna find powerlifting in there.
Yeah.
That's easy.
It's easy.
Easy to find now.
For sure.
So,
y'all should be grateful.
Oh.
End of the story. That's just the moral of the fucking story right there.
Yeah, but hey, it was fun. Fuck it. I liked it.
I don't regret it.
That's basically like the background. Those are kind of the YouTubers I grew up on. How we started.
Dude, actually, Bart Kwan played a major.
Oh yeah, I watched a lot of Bart, but I didn't like watch Bart. I watched Bart because he's in it, like entertainment value, not because he's like.
Oh, I watched all that, bro.
Yeah,
Bart's like my.
I watched Bart
hero.
for like a funny video, dude, because he's fucking hilarious. Like just the way he talks and walks around, it's fucking hilarious.
Hey, mother ass.
Yeah.
Time to meet your doom.
Fucking hilarious.
No, but like. No, Bart, though, like, surprisingly, that dude played a big role in my life for some reason. He was, like, the big brother that I never asked for and that I never, like,
wow.
that I wanted. No, seriously, bro. Like OG Bart, like Bartolosophies and, like, all this other, like, he had all these series where, because, like, he talks about life, he talks about all this shit, he talks about his experiences, like, in the Marine Corps, and, like, he spit some real shit, bro. And, like, the way how he saw things, it related to me, because how he sees shit is pretty much how I see shit too, and it's just like it clicks, you know. But anyway,
works good. It's good flow.
Good flow. You
know? Then we get into our achievements. What have you achieved during your fitness? I don't know. You're like 140 with still abs. That's pretty solid. I don't know how you did that. You know how hard it would be for me to get to 140 with abs? I'd be 140 with bones. It'd be over. I'd be dead.
One of my achievements, bro. I don't know, man. I mean, like, no, I never really.
What were your goals that you like actually obtained already? Like, we all had like little like kid goals, like what we wanted to like.
Yeah. Okay.
Physique wise, like what we wanted to be, like what we wanted. Like, what were those for you?
Okay. So I guess two things that come to mind. So for me, it was me able to have like a 6-pound drop below like 8% body fat. I was sitting at probably a solid 6.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was 140.
I don't think I was ever 6% body fat.
Mind you, though, right now though, I'm like 155, like a beefy 155, right? Like, but back in the day though, I was 140, but like cut, like lean as shit. So I was like 6% body fat, and it was unhealthy. But I had the whole 6-pack, I was super shredded and everything, and I realized how much I fucking hated it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because
it took so much work to maintain, and it just wasn't reasonable. It wasn't sustainable. You know, and from that
6% isn't supposed to be sustainable. Like that's difficult.
Dude, I did hit 5 times a week.
Yeah, especially without like steroids. Yeah, that's really hard to like keep a 6% real around.
And my diet was so bad where I barely ate any carbs. I crashed. You know, it was all bad, dude. So, and I guess moving on to my next...
About those pictures, bro, those ab pictures.
You best, bro. I had highlighted hair.
Yeah, you were like, ooh, this was totally worth it today.
Vanity metrics, bro. But no, I learned a lot from that, though, too. I learned a lot about... I mean, a lot of my dieting background actually came from that time, though. Because now I'm like, okay, now I know what, you know, what it feels like. I know what the struggles is like to really cut down and dig deep in that stuff. But I guess my next accomplishment, though, is like when I switched over to powerlifting, I told myself I always wanted to squat 4 plates. I've always wanted to bench 3. I still haven't gotten there yet. I want 3 plates.
You work out with me, so you're gonna get there.
Yeah, hopefully. And then for me, like my deadlift was always put on the back burner, like because it's just like you're helping me with conventional right now, right? But like with sumo though, I was just kind of like as long as I can keep up with my squat, I'm happy. And the fact that I was able to kind of break 405 and actually well beyond, like I squatted like 435. And then I benched like 275 at the most. I'm pretty happy with those numbers myself. They're not the greatest, but it's like slightly above average. So I guess that's probably like my biggest accomplishment, I guess, as far as like for my personal lifting.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty strong for fucking little.
Yeah. Oh, gee, thanks, mister.
Oh, gee, thanks, mister. Hey, gee, you're really strong.
It's just straight leverages, guys. I'm 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah, see, that's how it works.
Yeah, what about you?
So, I mean, obviously, I think I still hold the state record. I don't know. I haven't checked in a long time.
Let's go check after
like
this podcast.
A year.
Yeah.
I fucking have no idea. So I hold a really shitty, like a really shitty record. Like I really thought it'd be a lot higher. Mm-hmm. Like the record I had to hit, and then I realized that juniors for 242s for bench was only like 407. And then so
only.
Only. Yeah, I thought it'd be a lot higher. Fuck it. For natural, of course. The kids on drugs are better than me, but you just wait till I find drugs and I'll kill you. End of story. At bench. So then we did that. Bench 413 for that fucking grinder of a lifetime, and I feel like the best part of it was the girl ref that looked like, why the fuck's this dude still pressing? What's wrong with him?
We're just gonna give it to him.
Yeah, like that chick's face was priceless, bro. It was fucking hilarious. That's probably like the biggest one. I always told myself, like when I first started, like when I was benching, it was to say I like put 315 like on a pedestal. I kind of did, but I got it really quick. Mm-hmm. Like I benched 315 really fast, but I was gaining weight, so it was easy. Mm-hmm. Right. And then I benched 335 pretty quick. And then once I got to about like 365, my pattern on bench was like very good. Mm-hmm. So I knew that like 405 would be feasible because I wasn't like. And I haven't, like, knock on wood, or, like, I haven't had any, like, shoulder or elbow injuries yet. So,
lucky.
For me, like, my pattern was good, and I didn't have any aches and pains while doing it at all. And I was still benching, like, 3-4 times a week. I've even benched 5 times a week. That's not okay. That's dumb. That's stupid as shit. Don't do that.
You live and learn.
You live and learn. But that's, like, that was still pretty, like, I knew I could get to 405, so I got to 405 last year, right? Last year around like June, I think. No, I don't know. Fuck. I'm lost. Yeah, I think it was last year, to be honest. I think it was last year around like June. I got to 405 and I benched it at
Midtown?
Yeah, I was at Midtown and I benched it at I was weighed like 225 that day.
Wow, you were lighter back at Midtown.
I was
when I first
lighter.
met you?
Yeah, I was way lighter.
Oh,
You can even tell. Look at those pictures. I don't even look the same.
It's crazy the fact that I've known you for a year now, almost a year now. It hasn't hit me yet. But anyways, yeah.
But I look a lot smaller in those videos. I all look at him like, damn, look at that guy. I mean, he probably looks better. I look fatter now, but I like cheeseburgers. Sorry, it's got me going.
Jesus.
But yeah, I benched 405. That was probably like one of the most cleanest times I made it look. But it was still kind of like not a very good pause. And then I benched, what was it, like 2 weeks later, 413 at comp. Mm-hmm. That was state record. And then after that, I got hurt. I was obviously hurt for that amount of time, but I still said I wanted to squat 500 or 5 plates. And then I don't know how I fucking didn't get hurt. I was on like Vicodins or whatnot on that day, but I squatted 496. So I was like, well, that's 5 plates. What a fair game. I made an excuse for myself and shit. When I did it, I was like, oh, that's 5 plates. A fair.
5 plates and like a little bit of a...
that's a little bit of change right there. I like that. And then I pulled 584, so 6 plates or whatnot.
Nice.
And then, but deadlift's never been like a thing for me. Like I never really... I don't like it.
No, same. I hate it.
It's not my thing. I don't want to do deadlifts. I mean, every time I train, I don't even know how I do it. I fucking hate it every time.
It's my worst.
I'm not bad at it, and I've pulled my back like twice, one from squats, one from deadlifts, but to me, the worthiness out of it's like, fuck it, I don't know.
A lot of on the Joe Rogan podcast, I think they talked about that. But didn't he him and I forgot who was it?
Robert Oberst.
Yeah.
And Robert Oberst got so much shit for saying deadlifts, it's not worth it. Look, if you're not going to fucking do powerlifting, why the fuck would you be deadlifting?
Agreed.
Or strongman. Shut the fuck up. There's no point.
The risk is not worth the reward.
There's fucking hamstring curls, right? Those are a thing. Yep. And there's fucking quad extensions. Wow, look at that. You can do quads too. Yeah. There's fucking hip thrusters. Oh, you can hit the whole deadlift. Holy shit, and not have to fuck up the erectors.
Yeah, that's very
The big problem is most people start, and most people's erectors, there's a weak muscle group. If you haven't been doing hands-on work a long time, if you sit at a desk. All right, we're back here, guys, for that unannounced commercial break. Sorry, my mom called me. Ha ha ha, funny games.
This is so unprofessional.
This will be a fun podcast.
We have a good time here, guys.
Yeah, we like what we do. We were talking about how deadlifts have no proportion if you're not powerlifting.
Yeah.
And I'm strong feeling on that.
The risk isn't
the risk to reward for that is just dumb. There's so many ways to target the things you want to train. Other than deadlifts that are more obtainable for people who don't have aspects to do those things. If you're just trying to get fit, there's no real reason. To me, to calculate fitness would be can you perform a deadlift? No. Can you run, jump, and fucking squat? That. That's how I'd calculate it. Not, can you pull a bar off the ground? Because their very function of that is not really meant for a lot of people's leverages. Mm-hmm. Just like bench for someone who plays basketball is probably going to be pretty fucking hard.
Oh, just a bit.
Yeah, maybe those elbows are going to go way beneath the body on that fucking lift.
Maybe
I listened to a straight hour of fucking Dave Tate no, what the fuck?
Yeah. But no, I agree with you 100% on that because I feel like it's not worth it, especially if it's a beginner lifter too. Oh. When people are oh, can I get a strength program and this and that? I want to do this, I want to do. I'm okay, the most I'm gonna give you for deadlifts is maybe an RDL maybe, and that's if I have to show you how to I have to be there to fucking do show you. Even then, I'm kind of I'd rather not have you do
single
that
leg dumbbell RDLs,
where
you lift the back leg is way more beneficial anyways.
So I should have clarified dumbbell RDL. Yeah. I should have clarified that. But yeah,
you feel your muscles way more. The real thing to build the backside of your body is just to learn how it feels. To learn how to flex your hamstrings, your lats, your back. To grow the backside of your body, you just have to kind of feel it. It's easy with your front because you can see it in a fucking mirror, so you can look at it.
Right.
But you can't look at your back.
You can't. And for some people, for me, for example, hinging, the concept of hinging was such a foreign concept to me until maybe literally 2 years ago. Yeah. And even then too, remember how when I ask you, hey Charles, does this look right? You have to kind of look at it and see if I'm hinging right. And sometimes I can't even get it down, even to this day. Yeah,
it's not supposed to be I don't think deadlifts define fitness, and I don't think they should ever. It's dumb.
No.
That's dumb to say. No. But if you are to perform powerlifting or strongman, they are part of the grouping of which you have to lift, so you might as well get good at them.
Well, you got to get good
and learn how to good technique. But to say that someone comes to you and says, "Oh, I'd like to do like a fat loss program, or I'd like to get fit," be like, "No, fuck off. You're not going to do deadlifts." Yeah. Or even some people came to me like, "Oh, I've had injuries before, but I'd like to train heavier on deadlifts." No, the fuck you don't. You have injuries. It's just not going to work. I'm sorry.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that. That clarifies achievements, right?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, that's my clarifying achievements. Deadlifts is not for everyone. I don't think they're bad. It's not for everyone.
It's not for phrasing, but
I think they're good, okay? But I don't think they're for everyone, and I don't think they should be for everyone. Just like bench shouldn't be for fucking basketball players. Okay, if your arms are fucking as long as my body, you shouldn't be benching. That's pretty difficult, or at least not boards.
Yeah.
It's different. To say he has the same range of motion as me and you is dumb as fuck.
Nope.
That bar has to travel like 3 feet.
Probably the same size as me.
Yeah, that's a long distance, dude. Fuck.
Goddamn.
But my achievements basically list up to that state record. I squatted 506 last comp, and I was still injured. I don't know how the fuck I did that. Deadlifts, to be honest, I'll be honest. Every time I walk up to a deadlift bar, I joke around and say, I don't know how I'm going to pull this. And then I rest and say I have time. At the end of meets, once bench is over, I don't care.
Everything just goes out the window. It's
like, whatever I pull is whatever I pull. And so far, I pulled 573 and 584, and
pretty good.
I don't give a fuck. I don't even know I held on to that shit. I don't pull those in training. The fuck? I don't have no idea. But I benched 402. I've never benched not 4 in a comp, so I guess it's fair game. And I've done 3.
That's goals. I want everything for me.
And natural. So fuck off to everyone who's on steroids. You fucking suck.
That's always been a goal of mine. Is like I want over 3 plates on everything. That's always, I feel like as any 148.
Yeah, most people are like
3 plates.
Yeah,
on
I'm
everything.
Like 4 plates on everything and above. 5's next.
Because like for me, deadlift, man. Because like the thing was too, for the longest time, like before I started working with my coach Phil or whatever. Like I didn't understand the concept of hinging. I didn't understand the concept. Even in sumo too. My sumo was fucking trashed. Like he did take about 3. Like he broke down my form on a lot of things and did fix up a lot. So like sumo was one of them. And ever since he fixed up my form though, like I shot up from like 385, like hitting like a 405 maybe.
Yeah, that's a lot of form.
Oh,
like
it's a lot
if
of
you
form.
can find your leverage, you're good.
It was good. And the thing was, it took me 3 to 4 months to find that leverage. And next thing you know, my numbers started going up because literally from 6 months to 8 months or so, I shot up from like, 395-ish to like fucking 440, 445, you know, which is, I think that's like a pretty big amount. I don't think I got any stronger as far as like my leg. I mean, I didn't get that much stronger because my squat, I can squat around that.
Your leverage just got better.
My leverage just got better, you know, and that just like, I'm just like, damn. So now I decided to switch over to conventional for some reason, but...
Conventional's fun.
I'm not gonna lie though, switching over to conventional though is actually really fun though. Yeah. It's a lot more fun than sumo, in my opinion. Because like, I don't know, for me, I
hate sumo.
Sumo it has its moments.
I can't differentiate from pressing down and pressing out. I can't. It's hard. I just can't. I can't wrap my brain around it yet.
Fair enough.
So I feel no room to teach sumo, and I feel no room. Like I'll tell people like maybe it's better for you, but I'm not teaching that shit. Right. Like I don't. Where your hips lie and like you have to push out and down. It's odd. It's different.
Yeah, it's
just whoever figured that up's a fucking cheater. Okay.
Cheater pool.
Cheater pools only.
Only what is it? High bar and
we're only doing high bar conventional, okay, and close grip bench. End of story.
Jesus.
We're gonna go through backgrounds right here, and the next thing we got to go is life goals. I'm just gonna list my lifting goals for right now. My life goals. Life. Yeah, lifting is life. What's your point?
Wow, I wish the video was on right now, man. You guys should have seen the look on his face. It looked like he was about to like murder me.
Right now, my lifting goals are to bench 405 close grip in 2 weeks, so I can talk shit, merely to just talk shit. I think I'll be able to pull 6 here pretty soon, pretty easy, seeing as I already yelled 445 last week for no problem. Because I don't even care. Squats, I fucking hate squats. I guess my goal would to be like do multiple reps with 455 because I've only ever been able to do one, and then I squatted 506. It was kind of odd that I can't do my 85% were like 2.
Oh my God.
At least that's rough.
Jesus.
Okay,
guy.
or like my at least 88% for 2. I can do that on the other 2 easy. So I guess that's my lifting goals. What are yours?
Lifting goals. Okay, so for right now, because everything's kind of like had to take a step back.
Right? Oh yeah,
yeah
everything's like
so
a build year.
It is a build year. So I think I hit 425 on that mock meet, and it flew pretty. It looked like RPE like maybe 8.59. So I was really happy with that. So if I can get back like in the next couple of months or so, if I can get back to like around that or like even 440 on squat, I'd be really happy with that. And since now I'm working out with you a little bit more, if I can get to like 285 on bench, like whenever that maybe like 3 months or so, I'd be pretty happy with that. And especially switching over to like a little bit more narrower grip too. I'm gonna see how that goes. Deadlifts. I don't really give a fuck right now about deadlifts. Like, I'm gonna be complete. How you feel about?
You're still
squats?
learning, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm switching over to conventional just because. I mean, I figured since everyone is rebuilding, and like I'll be honest, like I'm confident enough in my sumo. If you give me like a month or two to kind of just like fix my technique and form, it'll catch up to right where my squat is, which is generally my expectations aren't that high. So I figured, you know what if I take the time to learn conventional? Who knows? What if I end up pulling more with conventional? Because I never gave it a fair shot. So.
Yeah,
experimenting.
Fair game.
Yeah,
and then to wrap up hobbies here, or to wrap up our backgrounds here, we're gonna go over our hobbies. Lifting is life.
I only lift.
Only lift. I'm just playing.
What do you do? What does
my hobbies would include occasional Netflix, Call of Duty mobile on my phone. That I've been playing a lot less because now I suck because I'm not good because I played a lot less. That's how it works, guys. eBay mug selling. I go to the Goodwill and I buy mugs for 50 cents and then I sell them for more on eBay because old white people like them.
Arbitrage.
Or old people. Yeah, it's eBay arbitrage, that kind of deal. That's fun. I mean, it's really easy to ship. USPS will send you every single box you want for free to your doorstep. No excuses of why you can't do it.
Newspaper as the fuck.
Yeah. And you have no money. The mugs are 50 cents. You could do it with stuffed animals, toys, whatever you want to do it with. But that's mainly what I do. I recently got into sports cards because if you all don't know, there's a ridiculous amount of money that can be made on that. I have bought an Giannis PSA 9 grade rookie that I bought for $250, and just yesterday one sold for $383. So I am waiting for his card to go up to $500, so I double my money and talk hella shit. Those are my hobbies.
I love that little like tone in the
I finished it with a good tone.
Talk hella shit.
Yes, yes.
I guess it's my turn now. I have a lot of hobbies actually. That's one thing that I've been.
Oh yeah, Rich does a Yeah.
Bro, the amount of hobbies I have is really it's.
That's
I don't know
good though.
It's good. I guess it's good.
That's good though. Like I'm like narrowed like.
No, but sometimes I wish I would just narrow shit down just so I can get really good.
I watch videos on how to make a Roth IRA, so what the fuck, bro?
No, okay,
I need more hobbies.
But no, that's actually one of my hobbies though, is learning about random shit like personal finance, personal development, self-development, that's I mean, big whoop, the fucking psychology.
Wow.
The fucking
psychology major wants personal development.
Yeah.
What?
So, dude, so personal development has been a really, really big that's a really big hobby of mine. I DJ and produce music. Produce with an asterisk. Like I'm starting to learn, but I've been DJing for about a year or two.
Just the oons thing.
EDM for all my EDM heads out there. Dubstep, trap, Jersey, house, all the things you can think of.
I just call it oons.
Let me see. Powerlifting. Obviously, we talked about that, but let me see what else.
I didn't list that as my hobby. Powerlifting is my hobby. I don't make any
life.
money, so it's not a life.
Fair enough.
Fair game. None of us will. Funny stories.
Funny story, but
last I checked, we're not Dan Green yet.
I don't think I'll ever be, to be honest with you. But
I'm striving. Give me a chance.
We'll strive, yeah. But yeah, I think that's mostly it though. I mean, because I feel like self-development, learning about finances, learning about like I don't know, like journaling. I mean, all that other productivity, stuff like that. It's a pretty big category.
That's a giant category to be a hobby.
So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much mostly my hobbies. I'm pretty basic when it comes to my shit. So yeah,
I mean, fair game.
Fair game, yeah. But more of the story is though, guys and gals that are listening, is it's always important to have hobbies. Make sure you're always constantly like stimulating your like creativity.
Have some growth in some aspect of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it's chess.
Oh.
Ooh, chill. I don't like that game. It's hard. Yeah. Well, all right, guys. We're gonna wrap this podcast up here. It's actually pretty long. We got into lot of life stuff in the beginning there. The middle, we got into everything about like relationships. We pulled up finances. We went over how we hate deadlifts for people that aren't supposed to be powerlifting. Not supposed to. Sorry, I messed that up. Whoops.
Oh, whoops.
And then we kind of went into the end about our hobbies and stuff we do that's other than just lifting. We wanted to bring this up here as number like 6 or in the beginning of the first 10 series because, well, I feel like it's important that people actually know who the hell we are. I mean, two random dudes that are
and honestly,
recording ourselves talking. I mean,
now you'll have a little bit of context.
Now you have a little bit of context of where we're coming from on stuff and everything. So, if you stayed for the whole thing, we really do appreciate it.
You're a fucking real one.
You're a real one, man. We really do appreciate everything. Please like, share, comment. We are now on Spotify. This whole thing will be up there. Follow that. YouTube, please help. You gotta like because the algorithm. I said, please help. Oh my God, you ruined it. Now that I messed this whole thing up, I hope everyone has a good day, and we'll catch you in that next one.
Yes, sir. Just Work signing off.
Thought it was Just Work, bitch.
Oh, I thought we were being a little bit more serious.
What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
All right, peace out, y'all.